A very good morning and welcome to Politics and Business Television here in the nation's capital, Abuja. This is where politics meets business. And of course, the real issues take center stage. Today, we are going to examine two stories that define the state of the nation. Both of them, fortunately, are very interesting and, of course, cheering news to Nigerians. The first one is no more obstacles, according to Atiku's campaign team. And this is credited to the appeal court ruling yesterday declaring the ADC, African Democratic Congress, fit to contest, clearing it of all challenges and obstacles. The second one, of course, is the daughters of the billionaire, the richest black billionaire in the world, or rather in Africa, Aliko Dangote's children, backing the plans of Mr. Aliko Dangote himself, to dole out 1/3 of his $36.5 billion, worth of investment to charity. Well, in P&B, this is where politics meets business, like I said earlier on. And of course, politics is not all about winning elections, but it's about making life better. My name is Kenneth Chidi, and joining me in the studio this morning is my friend and sister, Fairy Josephine. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. CK. Good morning, viewers, and thank you for joining us on today's episodes of the program.
Thank you, Fairy Josephine. You're welcome to the morning show.
Yes.
And I can see that even though my friend and uncle, Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu, is not around today, I think I'll cruise the boat with you this morning.
Of course. Let's go on the ride, please.
Okay. Mr. I said Mr. Sorry, Miss Ferry Johnson.
Yes.
Aliko Dangote's daughters, they are supporting their father to, dole out, to give out 1/3 of $36.5 billion. That's about $11.212 billion to charity.
Yes.
That's about 1/3 of that amount
total, yes,
to charity. What do you make of that? If you are the daughter of a Dangote,
I would do that.
Why?
You see, for the fact that they are supporting their father, that is for you to know that the kind of training they have as his children growing up. They are not just his children. They are not just the privileged children of a wealthy man. They are well cultured and well trained. It basically means this is our father's wish, and we are supporting him to give back to the society. It's a beautiful thing. Sincerely, if I were the one to, I would support that move. It's big, and kudos to him and the family as well.
But there are those who will say it is very rare to see the child, the daughter, a girl for that matter, of a billionaire such as Dangote, to give out or to dole out to support plans, to give us such amount of money to charity. They're knowing fully well that the father Dangote has worked so hard around the clock to get to where he is today. Why would you give out that kind of money to charity? Are you the cause of the problem? Are you the one that made the poor? Because of course, when you say charity, what comes to mind first is the less privileged, the downtrodden. So, don't you think as a girl you want to say, okay, excuse me, I'm not done buying the jewelries, I'm not done riding the big cars and what have you. Only what do you call that car? Is it Rolls Royce Coulant?
Yes.
I love that car so much.
Now, let me tell you what. Now, in this our present day generation, there are 1,001 young girls that I know would frown at that. In fact, the ratio is nothing to be compared with.
You mean this Gen Z?
Yes, this present generation.
Are you talking to me?
I really don't know. I didn't mention the name though, but I'm just trying to make you understand that in this present generation, there are 1,001 young people that I know will frown at that.
There are those who will disagree with you, including me. Going by the current realities, and of course, thinking of what we call quote unquote the Gen Zs.
That is what I'm saying. The point I'm trying to, I think you're not getting me. The point I'm trying to make is I know young people that will say, no, Daddy, you're not going to wield out your perception like that. Do you understand? Yes, that's my point.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I'm saying
the point is actually connecting.
Yes, that the ratio is nothing to be compared. You cannot even, it's like 70-30. we have 70% of people saying, of young minds saying no, that you will not give out that. What are you going to leave for us? But then that brings us to training up a child. Do you understand? That brings us to instilling the right mindset in the mind of a child from a younger age.
The right value system.
The right value system. And do not rule out the fact that this man is not just doing this because I want to leave my children suffer. No, he's a father. He has the interest of his children at heart.
No,
he must have.
Don't even go there. Even though you give out $11.2 billion, we still have about 20 something. So that's no. The issue of suffering people,
you wouldn't tell me that
is out of place.
Yes, you wouldn't even tell me that the children are sitting basically depending on they all have their empires. They all have something they are building for themselves.
Okay, we'll get to know what they're building.
Yes,
as we journey through that. Now the other topic is just yesterday the High Courts, the appeal courts, I beg your pardon, ruled in favor of the African Democratic Congress.
Yes,
and there was so much jubilation in the air. And according to the media aid and of course the campaign team of His Excellency the former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, they said this is the end of the road for any court litigations, that the battle and the obstacles are over.
Cleared. The coast is clear.
The coast is clear. But there are those who also argue with them that, well, if the matter will also go upstairs. When I mean upstairs, the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court.
Because the appellate court, of course, is the court of the wise. And in most cases, although there are also those who will say, personally, let me also speak for myself, that most court rulings from the appellate court, the Supreme Court seems to uphold it sometimes, because most judges from the appeal court are those who graduate to become the Supreme Court judges. So it is seen as the court of the wise. Do you believe that this actually will be the end of the road for court litigations in and out of court since February?
You know, to a very large extent, let me say I'll give a 50%, 70% yes, and a 30% no. And my reason being that.
Why was it about percentage today?
Yes, because we really need to talk figures. Yes.
I now understand.
Statistics. Because these things, whether you like it or not, they work with numbers. You have to do the ratio. You have to calculate for you to want to know which is which. Now, we're talking politics, and this is Nigeria. In fact, let's tackle the name Nigeria. A lot of factors. You see, Nigeria system, the more you look, the less you see. You understand?
Some say abracadabra.
I am telling you, let me speak a street language. So you do it like
what?
juju.
No, wait. Are you saying that this whole thing is a script?
You never can say never.
By unseen hands.
By unseen hands. See, okay, this is politics, as I mentioned earlier.
There are those who say this. There are those who are also fingering, the ruling party, the APC.
Exactly, this is where I'm going to. You see,
if you want to go.
These people can do and undo. When we get to what's trending, I'll bring up a video so that you know. Remind me. No, you don't have to remind me. I know I will remember to relate it to now, so you understand what I mean.
Okay, Nigerians also understand.
Yes,
before we understand, we need to go to the newspaper review.
Of course.
And of course, before we go there, what are your expectations, your fears, your worries, your concerns? What are you expecting to see that will make the headlines? Are you expecting to see, we don't pray to see the usual kidnap like Mr. Brian Shabu?
Yes. I don't expect to see more of insecurity issues because...
But I expect to see the PFIPC.
Yes, that too. You should come.
The ghost is beginning to generate
wings.
Children like bed bugs. Yesterday we had the alleged 29 fake documents. So more children.
We hope not to see.
I want to see the end of our matter, because at some point the issue, there was this denial and counter denials.
Yeah.
That's okay. This one said I'm not part of it.
The fact that everybody will come to deny it.
Let me speak pidgin. This one said I'm not part of it. I don't know.
I know they.
I know they. But now we're beginning to see that those who no follow,
the Kukuma really follow.
Well,
okay. I'm expecting. Let's start from a good news. I want a good news. I want just something good, something to cheer up the atmosphere, something for me to smile.
I am sure the ADC ruling probably might also make headlines.
Yeah, it should. It should. Of course, it's a big story, so it should make
okay. Big story there.
Yes.
Big
you know
story.
what? Sorry, permit me. I was just thinking in my head just yesterday or so, and I said, it's been a while. We didn't hear about kidnappings.
No, it's not true.
Really?
No,
is it maybe I choose?
I don't think you have been in tune with the newspaper review. I do the newspaper review.
Okay.
I think the voice also had.
Kaduna? We still recorded.
Yes.
Yeah, the killings in Kaduna though, but to an extent, it's like it reduced a bit.
No.
Unlike months ago, where it's almost like a daily thing. Is it still like a daily thing?
Well,
or we have 2-3 days?
We still have 176 Oworoki children.
Yes, and we still have the elders.
We have 50 elders, Zamfara, in the bush. We still have the Borno kids in the bush. So if you say it has reduced, for what basis?
I just mean,
where are you basing your argument from?
We have those ones in the bush, but there are no fresh attacks. There are no fresh
attacks. And of course, there are those who will say there are pockets of kidnaps going on.
Yeah, on record. We still have
okay.
Them. Yes,
okay.
That's true.
We'll get to go to see more of that. But for now, let's go on a short break. And of course, when we return, the Money Show continues. This is P&B Television. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this time out. Welcome back to P&B Television here in the nation's capital, Abuja. My name is Kenneth Chidi, and of course, this morning we are going to dive straight to the newspaper review. Still with me in the studio is Ferry Josephine. Ferry Josephine, once again, welcome.
Of course, thank you so much.
All right, let's have the first newspaper, please. Daily Song. Tinubu talks tough on Kaduna killings. I just told you. Let me speak. Let me say the way the Gen Zs will say it. I told ya. I told ya. Now you're saying it. Tinubu talks tough. I told you the killings are not over yet. And now the first newspaper, maybe probably their producer intentionally brought it so that you can to clear your doubts.
That is a big story on Daily Sun.
Of course, making the headlines. And you can see others manhunt up perpetrators. Benue mourns as government kill 15 at Boju community. While we are still talking about the ones in Kaduna, Benue is also recording a fair share of the killings. So you can see where I told you that the killings are still on. And well, it's so sad. In fact, someone on the lighter note said probably that is why we've not had heavy rainfalls somewhere around the north central and of course some part of the north, because
blood of innocent
people. You can say that again.
The ground, the soil is soaked with blood.
Honestly, well, we are happy that the president is talking tough. At one point, 19 billion naira was donated by northern states to acquire military hardwares to see how they can combat this insurgency, but it's still rising its ugly head.
This talking tough is just the same thing in a different package. We condemn this. We can't bring them to book. So much big English with no result, with nothing.
That book, I don't know.
The book, I don't. It's sincerely though. Why is?
Have you heard about it? Do you know where that book is?
Who knows? You've never even seen the book. They will bring to both justice and this and that. But people we're talking about real people now, human beings, not cartoons, not some animations, not some AIs, or human beings like you and I that are getting killed every day.
Somebody will come up one day and tell you that those killings are AI. Don't worry.
I wouldn't be surprised because this is Nigeria. What is impossible here?
Have we not seen where somebody was romancing the leg of a senator?
And you say it's AI generation. Are we going to talk about when money swallowed the monkey? Abi monkey swallowed the money. The snake swallowed the money.
They are all AI.
All AI. Nigeria is full of surprises. And now we're toiling with people's life. This is sad.
We have a sub-rider there. We have Atiku celebrates as appeal court voids order deregistering ADC. 4 other parties. Judgment has, vindicated us. Party. That forms the basis of one of our discussion this morning.
Of course.
And of course, Oyo receives 2 surveillance aircraft to boost security. Aircraft to become operational immediately through Air Force partnership. Okay.
That's on a good note.
That's on a good note. My only concern about the Orire school kidnap is that I haven't heard anything from the kids. I haven't heard anything from the teachers or the parents, not even on the social media. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, yesterday I saw a video of one of the kids. Someone posted, they asked her if she's going back to school. She's a 7-year-old. She said, no, she's not going back to school. No, I know they go back to school. They'll kidnap me again. I'll never go back to school. I think I saw that. It made a round yesterday. So they're probably trying to get out of trauma and all.
Wike welcomes Fubara back to Rainbow Coalition. Okay. Says government has corrected mistakes, vows to work for Tinubu's re-election. Okay. Politics.
Politics, yes, of course.
Rainbow Coalition. Okay, let's see the different colors of rainbow.
Of course.
Outrage as mob rapes, or tortures 34-year-old mother of 6 in the room. Wow.
That's barbaric. What's that?
That's serious. This is how bad it has gotten to.
Where's our humanity? Things that are happening these days are just so surprising and overwhelming, shocking and heartbreaking. I wonder why or how, where our conscience has left us to. I don't even know.
These are members of the Nigerian Bar Session, of course. The newly elected President-elect Mrs. Onyeka Badejo. Okay, Mr. Badejo is there. Okay. Women are now taking over.
Taking the lead. And that's beautiful.
I think the head of the appeal courts is also a woman.
We need to see more of them in active service, in active offices. Really.
Okay. Women empowerment. Okay. Well done.
Yes, I think it's high time. It's high time to say holding sensitive, like being a governor of a state, like being a president of Nigeria or vice president or the Senate president. We need women in strategic offices of the nation, because over the years, what have men have been ruling Nigeria? Where have they? I'm not a feminist.
Can we go to the next news?
Yes, we can. But meanwhile, I'm not a feminist. I'm an.
You are already exhibiting one, so I don't know what else.
I'm not.
From what I'm seeing, I'm hearing you. I think you are more.
Wow, quite a busy front page for Vanguard.
Okay, the Vanguard. The registration of ADC orders was judicial rascality.
This is another.
Appeal court is saying that was judicial rascality. Of course, judicial rascality. We've seen a lot of judicial rascality everywhere, and we hope that the justice system, we have to amend such rascality going forward, because it is weakening the institution, and of course, they are also reducing the confidence of the people that has been bestowed upon the judiciary, which are judged to be the hope of the common man. But now, do you think an average Nigerian sees the judiciary as the hope of the common man anymore? That is another answer, another question begging for answers.
If you are among in code who can get the favors, if you know the who is whose, yes, then it will be the result for the life.
So you need to be well linked. Is that
of course, okay. Of course.
We have we have Bans sachet alcohol. NAFDAC uncovers hidden factories, fresh productions. This issue of sachet alcohol, when people take those hard drinks, and of course that can be injurious to their kidney, also have serious and various health implications, and by extension it's responsible for some of these car crashes and road crashes.
Reckless driving.
Yes, because a lot of the drivers, especially commercial drivers, allegedly also consume such drinks, and when they get to a limit where they are already what we call in our local parlance, when they are high or when they're tipsy, they tend to lose control while on the steering.
That is long overdue. I don't even know why NAFDAC are just doing this. It has been something that has destroyed most of our younger youth now. You go to those communities in some areas, you just see a lot of this youth wasting the level. In fact, right now, do you know that there are people that are hogging this? They're hawking this sachet alcohol.
It's in front of your office.
Yes, you go everywhere you go, they're there. Everywhere you go, you see them. They hug. You see them in trays, in baskets, roaming about. That's to tell you how we don't even have
and
control.
And as early as 6 a.m. we have customers already.
Yes, you have people. They
patronizing and consuming.
Positioned in strategic places, and those they are customers. People that patronizes them knows where they are. You just go and see well-able men. God did able. How do they put it? Sitting down there and taking and eating pomo 100 naira.
Nigeria at war. Tinubu has no strategy to end it. That is Olawipo Hashim. Olawipo Hashim is lending his voice to the current situation in Nigeria, calling it a war, and also saying that the president himself lacks the idea and the strategy to end it. All right? He's entitled to his opinion, and I think that is noted. Nigeria loses 47% of dollar millionaires, retains fourth position in Africa. Okay. What other? We have gunmen kill army colonel in Abuja, shoot wife. Whoa, that's mob kills bad. Unijust graduate over alleged phone theft. Okay, the case. Yes. And of course, fresh Benue attacks leave 16 dead, many injured. Okay, at some point it was reported 15 in Benue, but now we are seeing 16. Okay, but gunmen kill army colonel in Abuja.
That's sad.
Shoot wife.
That's sad.
That's sad. In Abuja.
In Abuja.
A colonel. A redneck officer. That's serious. Okay. Commercial celebrates 10 years, launches Women Impact Fund. Oyo receives 2 surveillance aircraft to boost security, and Nigeria demands justice compensation after Afrophobic attack. Federal government. Tinubu orders manhunt for Kaduna killers. Okay. Of course, what do you expect? Manhunt to be ordered.
That's the only English we always see. That's the only thing we see. We're not proactive. We after everything, we'll not be reacting. What does it even mean? Every day, I always say something. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is cowardice. You cannot wake up and sleep and wake up, and every day you wake up, you feel a way every day, and you're not checking yourself, you're not doing everything, and you're expecting to feel better.
Okay,
that doesn't make sense.
I boarded a tricycle yesterday, and the driver, that's what we call keke, is from Katsina, and he said that he has not visited his farm for the past 5 years, and that kidnap is going on in his place. I can imagine. And I told him, what is one of your wife? He said, asked him, what's your wife? He said, my wife is in the village. He said, why? He said, they are already used to different gun sound.
They are used to it.
That if they hear a particular gun sound, they can tell you
which kind of God.
And the kind of God that they are shooting. And that life is once. That they are down, the way they live their life in Castina now is any day you can die. I'm telling you, a keke driver. Yesterday.
That's the sad reality.
He's from Castina. He said any day, that's the way they live their life in Casina. I boarded him from Galadima roundabout up to my estate. And he was saying this. And I was listening to him. I was like, what?
You know, funny enough, I can relate to his story because during the days of crisis here and there in Plateau State, then I was in Jos. Sincerely, we got used to the sound of guns, just as he mentioned. You know when who is shooting. You just know it. And it starts from when you're getting scared when you hear the sound of the gun to when you get used to it, and when you start hearing the sounds, you just want to just go and hide somewhere, or you just want to go out and look where the direction of the shootings are coming from. You hear little children, if you just hear bam, you say, hey, gun, mommy, they're shooting gun. My cousin's child that time, a small boy of 3, you just hear bam, anything that makes sense, you say, hey, mommy, they're shooting gun. You can imagine. A little child has already know how the sound of a gun is, how a gun sounds.
It's becoming a militia as a baby.
Can
we go to the next newspaper? Okay, The Guardian. Gubernatorial candidates, parties unsettled by running mates hurdles. Okay, of course, the candidate at the state levels, the gubernatorial candidates are still battling with who and what and where and how they're going to choose who is going to second them as the deputy governor. But there are those who also say, what is deputy governor? I don't even know the deputy governor of my state.
They are just there doing, you literally don't even hear them.
I don't even know the deputy governor of any state. In fact, the state like Abia State, they don't even have deputy governor. Because it's all thanks to OT, the performing governor. We don't get to know more of the deputy governors. We don't get to know. Honestly, I don't think any deputy governor is...
It's actively like in people's face, like you hear this deputy governor is doing this. It's just a name to me that doesn't hold any weight.
Probably political compensation.
Maybe.
Tinubu orders manhunt as northern elders decry fresh killings in region. 2027, Afenifere, Ohaneze, Middle Belt, Pandev forge fresh alliance. Okay.
We always see that.
We're going to see the alliance. Of course, 9 million lack access to HIV treatment as new infections rise, says WHO.
Wow.
Okay. Access to new treatment. And of course, opposition hails ruling as April Court void deregistration restores ADC for others. And of course, federal government will spend 46 billion naira on Kano Airport runway reconstruction. What is it going on here? What runway for 6 billion naira?
46 billion naira for a runway. 46 billion naira that the towns doesn't have good roads. It doesn't have good electricity. It doesn't have good schools. 46 billion naira for reconstruction.
I was even expecting you to say a state that has 3.8 million roaming about kids.
Kids, yes. Exactly, out of school children. Highest number of out of school children is coming from this very Kano.
58 industries and 870. It's almost 900,000 mosques. So you can see the productivity level of that state. And we have about 850 to 870,000 divorced women. And that is the reality of Kano.
And all they want to do is to reconstruct an airport.
Not airport, runway.
Runway.
The runway is where the aircraft,
yes,
of course,
lands.
Not just even land, take off, run. That is where the aircraft have to also exit the airport to wherever location it's going to.
You know, we like putting our energy on things that are not it. Coming to work this morning, someone was just talking about this our what's it called, that just got commissioned by the first lady, Remi Tinubu. These airport routes, Lube, City Gate. He said he didn't even, he just saw it online. People were praising the woman. People were praising his beautiful. He said he passed there through last night. He didn't say anything. He said, what's special there? What's unique about that place? When you have a system that is working, that's when things like that are appreciated. Okay, it is a water fountain and the fountain is not running. It's always off. I think I've never even seen it on. You just...
Are you sure the Meruas have not finished fetching the water?
No. It's not even on. I think the only...
For those who don't understand what Merua is, those who are
water vendors.
Water vendors.
So they go and fetch there to come and sell.
They must have visited that place and of course empty the water for commercial purpose.
What's the need?
To make ends meet. So probably the water vendors are what we call Merua in this part of the country. I'm sure they must have visited that
we don't like putting energies on things that are
to help themselves. of course, to make ends meet. So
if you want to see a politician, a Nigerian politician, actively active, is when they are putting money on things that are not it. But things that, imagine we're suffering from education. Kano in particular, Kano State in particular, having the highest number of out-of-school children. And whatsoever, the other day we had the statistics here. But this is what they see money to do, and they decide to do. Some of these headlines are annoying and insulting to our intellectuals as Nigerians. Wallahi.
No, there's nothing we can do.
There is, there is what we can do.
Okay.
Holding our leaders accountable, voting them out of office.
Okay.
I don't.
But the video you are going to watch today, I think the video suggests otherwise. That your voting process is barely choreographed, and that the results allegedly has been written. We'll get to see that video.
We'll get to see it, of course.
And Nigerians will watch and they know what's going on. Okay. 2 surveillance aircraft arrive in Ibadan to enhance statewide security, and again moves to tighten safety standards for high-rise buildings. Okay, this is long overdue now. Lagos State government. Each time we keep having collapsed building. I'm sure this is one of the pictures of the collapsed building.
Yes,
again. It's a recurrent activities, always repeating itself, and we're losing lives. It's bad enough that insurgency is ravaging the country, and here we are up and against collapsed buildings. Well, I'm sure Koren, which is a body responsible for certifying engineers, should also wade into matters like this. We should have, integrity tests. Every building should be subjected to integrity tests.
I am telling you what.
Before that building, is erected. We have similar cases somewhere around Gudu, Axis, Dick Street here. As I speak to you now, the building has, has been asked. They've asked to stop because, of course, it collapsed and killed so many people. And these are the issues we're looking at. So the engineers the bodies responsible for, the integrity test of structures, not just building bridges, should also step up their work.
I tell you what, engineers, that they know that they are doing a substandard jobs, they go to bribe those bodies. I'm telling you out of experience. Do you know in school, a school collapsed in just some years, the last 2-3 years, that killed, what's the name of this school? I forgot. It killed a number of children there. A secondary school. It killed pupils there. Do you know what happened? The teachers, they said they realized that the building was cracking in a position. No, initially the building was just ground floor, just one floor, and then when it started from a primary school, and then the school proprietor wanted to expand the school, make it a secondary school, and he went on top of the roof, and they make a first floor on top of the roof, where the foundation isn't made to carry another building on it. Yes, so when it started cracking, the teachers, they said they raised an alarm. They told the principal. He said, no, it's nothing. A parent went to report the school. The principal, the proprietor, went to bribe the body that was supposed to come and carry whatsoever test they were going to. A month or two later, the building collapsed. Even things that were supposed to really, really put energy and everything to do, you see corruption in play in Nigeria, and that's why people keep dying on things that are not supposed to. Imagine in this present time and age, buildings are collapsing. Buildings, Mr. CK, buildings are collapsing with everything we have.
Not even that way. In other same clients and in other developed nations, where you see people even drifting away from the use of cements and blocks. We see buildings made of wood.
Irons,
strong.
And then we're here still battling.
It's those buildings can be recalibrated. At some point, they can also be restructured, reframed into another design.
Yes.
And then you get to see how beautiful. You go to Texas, you go to Chicago, you go to Canada, you go to Russia, you go to Mexico, you see buildings, carved out of wood and, of course, other materials. But here, we're here to get into.
I don't even think there might be a wooden house. I've not seen one.
No. The only word we use for wood here is
bamboo.
No.
Okay, yeah, I have to make firewood.
Yesterday we saw coconut. After we are done chopping all the coconuts, we saw what people can do.
I don't know. Me, I know the coconut peel. We use it to set fire. If you put it on fire, catch fire, it burns like gas. It just go. You finish cooking. So at least I know that.
You're one of the problems. I think you're one of the problems.
I'm not.
You're not
At least
you're not thinking outside the box. You are probably locked the box and you thrown away the key.
No, at least I'm using it wisely because I'm using it to cook. Do you know where we used to go and pack it? There's this man that sells coconuts. So he cracks and then he throws it and we go and
both of you are the problem of this country. You are not maximizing the importance of those coconut shells. And you can see your mates are making.
You won't blame me. The system. When you don't have everything in place, you wouldn't even know this thing. Our government is supposed to be bringing it into the country for us, and then we'll say, oh, this is it. Do you understand? But we have not yet been privileged to travel out. We have people that travel out to go and see these things. And one thing I believe with traveling out, now this is what I do. Anytime I go into your house and I see the way you decorate your space, there's something I love about it. What I do is I come back home and I want to replicate that. Do you understand? But normally, and that's how it should be. You see something good and you want to have it yourself. But our leaders, when they travel out, they come back, nothing. They don't do anything.
They want to go back there and invest.
They want to go back there and invest instead of them to come back and develop. Some things that we're still doing in Nigeria is shocking me. It's like we're living in a pre-colonial era. It's like
were you colonized? They came to cut away with your mineral resources. Let's leave that. That's another story.
That's another. I'm telling you.
Do we still have another newspaper, please? These days. Let's see. Can you read the headlines?
All right. At the top story there, of course, again, Tinubu Kaduna killings, unprovoked acts of terror against the defenseless. And okay, at the top we have appeal court voids judgments directing INEC to the register ADC, APPAA, and others. The story, the riders under the big story there says other security agencies to hunt killers, rescue adopted victims, mourns victims, condoles with impacted families. At this point in Nigeria, anytime this thing is something insecurity happens like this, it affects everyone. Because imagine this, the tricycle driver you boarded yesterday saying that they are living with it. They are living it is something that is part of them. Even though he's here, he's still affected. So anytime insecurity like this are happening, we're all affected. So there is nothing like victims' family. We are the ones. Nigeria is bleeding. We're all bleeding. We're all living a day at a time. You don't know when you will just go. Imagine what he was telling you. That is now something that roams about commonly. Sadly, I think that's it. Okay, we have the Dangote to donate 1/3 of wealth to charity under succession plans. Yes. And I think, is there anything I'm missing out there?
No. That forms one of the basis of our discussion. Yes, of course, we saw the picture of the president having a serious, what we call warm handshake, presidential handshake with the NBA election. Although there are some conspiracy theories surrounding the election that brought, in the new NBA chairperson, saying that there was a lot, it was marred with so much irregularities. And those who said these are supposed to be these are lawyers are supposed to be custodians of our values. How come they also found themselves in one of these electioneering mishap that we're already used to as a nation? The rigging, the counter rigging, the manipulation in our NBA election.
If election should happen in INEC, they get body where they're supposed to do election. Inside them, they go rig. What's new? INEC that is in charge of election and everything. Inside there, they go. Is this not Nigeria? I said the more you look, the less you see. That's us. It's not surprising. Though it's sad, it's embarrassing. These are the people that are supposed to, just as you mentioned, the custodian of Kinikon. But, well, if you have Nigerians in Italy that are fighting over voting.
All right, next newspaper, please. Okay.
Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, Tribune. Southern Middle Belt leaders insist on South retaining presidency. Back state police demand new constitution through federalism. New constitution and through federalism. Well, let's see how that goes. Through federalism, that would be a good one. If that can happen, that will also be a good one. And Obi's one-term pack, we should change Ndibo presidency. It will not, well, that's their own opinion. What matters is that, according to Obi, he said, the man who made America walk today only ruled for one term.
Okay. And I'll see reasons with him, though.
He cited it. He said the best president America has ever recorded ruled for one term.
Just that there will be a lot of factors and forces that will be against him.
It is expected. Even the current president have a lot of forces against him. So the number one forces against the incumbent president is poverty. The woman that gave me a lift this morning on my way to work works in a very, very high profile organization. And she was crying she's crying that things are hard. I don't want to mention the organization. This is an organization that normally, usually when you hear, if they ask you to go and work there now, you will go to church and shout praise the Lord.
Of course.
And she's shouting. You will go to church and sing all the praises. And she's crying. 28 days after duty slash, prices of imported vehicles remain high. Investigation. 28 days after duty slash, prices of imported vehicles remain high. Investigation. When things go up in Nigeria, to come down is a problem. Appeal Court nullifies order deregistering ADC, Accord, 3 orders, political parties. And of course, we have your government receives 2 secret, okay? We don't have any new, although the Southern Middle Belt leaders insist on South retaining presidency. And of course, back state police demand new constitution and true federal, okay? State police, well, I just hope they'll cross the T's and dot the I's. Look into it holistically, because it's one good policy and one good initiative that can also haunt us at the long run, if not properly. Yes.
I'm seeing a headline there that caught my attention. We are stabilizing Nigeria. Tinubu tells Catholic bishops.
We're stabilizing Nigeria. Tinubu tells Catholic bishops. That's serious. Again, suspected armed herders kill 15 in Benue. Well, Nigeria is stabilizing, and I'm sure you are seeing it.
I was going to ask if you are the one seeing it. Are you seeing it? Because from where I'm sitting,
it depends on the angle. Is it the angle of elevation or depression?
In what angle? Is there even an angle in this one?
My own angle is the angle of elevation. But I've not seen yet, even at the top of 11th building.
Who was it that said renewed hopelessness now?
P2B, of course.
Yes.
P2B said it's renewed hopelessness.
Of course.
All right, let's go to the next newspaper, please.
All right, the Punch.
Okay, the Punch. Federal government overshoots borrowing limit.
Ha!
As new debt reaches 12.62
trillion naira. Wow. Wow. This is it. This is it.
Yes, when we're growing up.
We're finally roasted.
No. I will tell Mr. Brian, you are owing. Mr. Brian doesn't like to hear that. I think, Mr. Brian, you are owing.
Wow.
So just saying, you are also owing. Origbese. Yoruba, they call it Origbese or Jagbese. You are owing.
Now, this says a lot about our state of economy as a nation.
Well, are you still talking about state of economy? You are owing 12.62 trillion naira. What are you saying? Madam, you are owing.
I don't know. Why are you putting it to me that I'm owing? Am I part of the government, though? Am I part of the leaders?
I've just told you that you are owing. Whether you are part or not, you have to figure that out later. Then you are owing.
Why are you now excluding yourself?
Did I say I'm not owing?
If you must put it to me, say we are owing. Yes. So don't say me, I am owing.
I just made my own opinion, my own statement. Make your own. I said you are owing.
Our leaders are, if only we're even feeling the impact of these monies that are borrowed is different. Sincerely, all this English that these economists are saying, speaking big English, Nigeria needs to borrow, the economy needs borrowed money and all and all and all. It's not even adding up to me. And I believe it's not adding up to any common Nigeria, every common Nigeria on the street. That you're just going about doing your business. All you need is a stable economy where you will go to the market and buy and come and sell and make your profit. Where you will go out and buy something at an affordable rate as a family man, come and feed your family. Now, when your what is it now? Your income can sustain your family of 4. You can at least eat. We don't even talk about eating 3 square meals now. Let's eat 2, but at least let it be good. All of this borrowing money now, how is it reflecting? It is not. It isn't.
We have the police silent as reps. Optimism on fake agency DG expires today.
You were really expecting to see this. So, yes.
No, they know the certain. The optimism to produce the DG today.
Yes.
For questioning. Because now the issue is becoming more interesting. The reps, the Green Chamber is also digging deep. And yesterday, it is alleged that 29 fake documents were also discovered. And the ghost is beginning to give birth to children. And we are going to see how that plays out. EFCC faces credibility questions over asset auction. Yes, I'm Mr. EFCC chairman, sir. I have my own concern too as a journalist, having visited your commission and also brought in some form of petition. I must say that personally, I was not comfortable with CGTI. 1, and I want you to hear it. Let this go to your table. CGTI, possible the FCIGI should send it to hashtag to EFCC. That I said that I brought a petition to CGTI 1. Honestly, what I saw and what I have experienced there, I am not impressed at all with the EFCC. I am not at all. I went with so much hopes because EFCC was recommended to me. And when I got there, I came back home highly disappointed, to say the least.
What was your experience like?
Well, time will not permit me to begin to tell you, but it's nothing short of standard. Because I went there with so much hope, like I said, only for me to discover, allegedly, the Nigerian factor.
Why are you alleging though? You were there, you experienced it.
Let me just use I saw it. I saw it allegedly, comments coming, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's sad. It's so sad, I was not impressed at all. Okay. Government misses revenue. Target by 4.9 trillion despite higher non-oil earnings. Okay. We know why we are missing revenue. Okay, whether the monies are leaking or what.
Well, I mean, we have a situation of a monkey again.
I mean, leave that monkey. That monkey has been taken back to the zoo. Budget deficit balloons by 47% above projection. During the days of President Muhammadu Buhari, monkeys and snakes were swallowing money.
Yes.
But in this dispensation, I think the animals are not busy swallowing now. We have
just as you said, they have been caged.
We have fake agencies now, alleged fake agencies. Okay, fresh loans, bankrolled 36% of 2024 spending budget office report. Tinubu orders security chiefs to fish out cardinal killings, as usual. And of course, we have US-Iran war. Nigerian tops Africa in petrol price surge.
Of course. That is where we will see our elbow. That's where our shoulder part will rise.
We are the leading highest sellers of oil.
Yes, that is where we show our power.
Yeah.
In fact, made them live. If any country should top this one, that country is literally planning to kill its people. So no country is allowed to top us in this one now. It is us.
That is where we are going to top.
Yeah,
we will not top in other indices.
No. That one will top. And in fact, no country is allowed to top us because no country can top us in this one. How now? Sadly.
All right, do we have another newspaper? Do we have, okay, last newspaper for the day, which is Punch Sports Extra. Nemesis. Let's see the Nemesis there.
Chawinga
Nigeria 2,
sisters.
Malawi 3. Wow.
Ooh, Malawi got 3. How? So Malawi scored us yesterday.
I'm still shocked.
How? What happened?
They say Chawinga sisters sing Falcons in Rabat, Morocco.
What?
Uh-huh.
This isn't a good news at all.
Malawi.
Malawi. I saw a video someone social media influencer made yesterday, and she's a Malawian, right?
Malawian.
Malawian, yes. She was begging. She said, "Super Falcons, please allow Malawi to score you this time around. Allow Malawi to win this match. Allow us." So she was asking, what do they want to do with 11 stars? 10 stars are okay for them. They should go. and only for me to see this. Wow.
Okay. I saw that. Well, let's just hope that this is just beginning, because we've seen teams who lost at the beginning. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
they won the World Cup. The likes of Argentina did it last World Cup before this very one, before this current one. They lost to Saudi Arabia 2-0, and of course, end up winning the World Cup. Okay, Cucurella beats Chelsea. Farewell. Wow. Cucurella, one of the winners of the World Cup, outstanding left back, and he's joining Real Madrid as we speak. Going back home. Cucurella is from Spain, so he's going back home.
Nigerians are really doing well in this Commonwealth game that is ongoing. Ajayi Adesina wins Commonwealth bronze, and we have
Olate misses podium in hammer throw, and of course Ochono got declared for long jump. Oshima still dreams EPL. Oshima should come to EPL. Let's know what's going to happen there. Okay, so sad. Malawi, one of the underdogs, beating our so-called 10-time current defending champion at the WAF Cup.
We're not so-called. We earned it. We are
10 times, so-called 10 times, a crowned princess.
This is a luck. This
You will not talk here, women.
That's what I'm saying. This one, Malawi, we just let them. We just let them.
Okay.
We just let them.
Okay.
And yes, we just gave them. It's not as if we've won them over time. So this one is let them have it. Let them have it. It's not.
Let them have it. Okay. Thank you very much, Josine. We'll be going on the final break this time around, and when we come back, we'll go straight. Of course, not really the final break. What I said, based on the newspaper review.
Yes.
Good. We'll be going on the break this time around, and when we return, of course, we'll go straight to the first topic of the day. This is P&B Television. Go nowhere. I'll be right back after this time. All right, welcome back to PMB Morning Show live here in the city of Abuja. My name is Kenneth Chidi, and like I told you before we went on break, we are going to look at the first topic, which is the celebration rocking the camp of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. You know, looking at in connection with the ruling yesterday, if I may say, the appeal court yesterday ruled in favor, and of course describing the judgment of the High Court over the case bordering on deregistering ADC and 4 others as what we call judicial rascality. And this has, you know, raised so many widespread concerns. And again, the camp and our campaign team of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is celebrating, saying no more obstacles. Well, joining me this morning in the studio to look at, you know, holistically, if truly there are no more obstacles, or is there more obstacles? Is it the end of the road to all forms of, you know, litigation that started sometimes around early part of this year? Yeah, well, I have in the studio, like I said, is Madam Mikiata.
Morning. Good morning.
And
Good
of
morning.
course,
Morning.
Josephine,
Or
should I say Ferry Josephine,
Yes.
is still here with me
Of
in the
course.
studio. So blessed are thou amongst women. I have women analyzing today. So for those men who think we have the NBA chairperson, a woman, and we have women analyzing politics. But we okay, clock it, have you? Okay. Madam Mickey, good morning.
Morning once again.
ADC celebrating, saying no more hurdles.
Well,
Obstacles.
no more hurdles.
Free Mandela.
Let us clock an amen onto that, because
Yes.
man, it has been from up to down, side to front, in to out, upward, backward, for oh my goodness.
All round.
Yes. The ADC, Africa Democratic Congress, and the NDC, my goodness, they've never had it so hard just to field candidates for the 2027 general election.
When you say so hard, what do you mean?
The legal obstacles now. You are all in Abuja.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm saying is that they've never had such a hard time trying to get even just to field candidates. We're not even talking of the primaries. We're not talking of anything. Just to even have your candidates fielded, to have to, oh my goodness, even have the party registered and all that kind of thing. You recall that of the NDC, where we were all in Abuja. A case was already on when a group now went to Lokoja and filed another one and said, please throw out that party. We want INEC, do not register the party at all. Do not field any candidate. They are not to present themselves in perpetuity. We entered that of Goodluck Jonathan. That one was roller coaster.
I'm consulting widely.
Oh my goodness.
At the end of the day, the consultation ended in a very short period of time. Now, there are those who also say that this is more or less a script and in an attempt to stifle the opposition, making them not to stabilize in order to gain defections from other parties. I listened to one of those analysts saying that the whole idea is to drag them through this period, and then towards the deadline of submitting names, so that those who want to defect from APC will not have room to also defect to the ADC and other opposition parties.
Right, because they think they're jumping out of frying pan and landing inside fire. Which is why some other people even migrated. They were in the ADC, they migrated out to other parties at the earlier stage. Well, for those who have stayed the course, now it's time for celebration. But I must say, Justice Peter Lifu of the Federal High Court in Abuja is fast gaining a name, and that name is not really sounding sweet in the ears of Nigerians. We remember the time when we used to have some other cases like that, maybe something like a better Nigeria.
Lifu was a High Court judge that gave the first ruling.
Yeah, that Federal High Court judge.
Controversial ruling.
Yes. And now the appellate court has said to him that that judgment is null and void. How do you feel when you hear such a... Okay, so now they should take the step a bit further and now tell the Nigerian Judicial Council to also sanction judges that give judgment that comes out when viewed under the lenses, it comes out as judicial rascality. Don't just end the sentence there. And therefore, you are sanctioned, because that's what they're supposed to do, to prevent frivolous judgments being given out in cases that are clear. Yes. Clear penalties will prevent frivolous judgments being issued in cases that are clear.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Celebrations in the camp of the ADC. Do you think the battle is over? We have the Supreme Court, mind you.
Yes.
So if this matter proceeds to what we call upstairs, the last floor, do you see the Supreme Court upholding the same judgment in favor of the ADC?
I think we established it when we started this program. Yes. Okay. There is every possibility because, of course, judging from past experiences, from past happenings in the judicial system, we've seen the appeal court ruling over a certain case, and then when it goes to the Supreme Court, it still upholds it. So I feel we're not going to see much differences in this.
Not much changes.
Not much changes. Yes.
So will I be correct to say that the Atiku's camp celebration is worthwhile?
It's valid.
It's valid.
It's valid.
It's sustainable.
It's sustainable.
Is it sustainable?
Yeah, to my mind, I think nobody will want to disgrace themselves at this particular level, because the parties that they've even mentioned, the other parties that were mentioned, this ruling came out after the 2023 election. So for you to say, oh, because of their performance in 2023 election, then you now apply the rule that comes out in electoral law.
Now, looking at this judgment,
yes,
does this restore the confidence of the people in terms of our judicial system? Do you see this ruling restoring the hope? You know, before now, prior to this time I've been a show, we've had so many conflicting judgments. At some point, there are those who say it's like our justice system is for sale, allegedly. But now we are seeing that, well, even though there are allegations surrounding the justices, of course, saying that some of them have been gifted with so many very juicy gratifications. But then we are seeing them standing their ground and, of course, addressing issues the way it's supposed to be. So do you see this current judgment restoring the hope of the common man, the hope that was lost?
Well, if I'm going to say something on that, I think firstly, let's look at who are the parties involved. Yes? If you see the parties, if you get to in your mind now, you know the parties involved now. You know if the justice system will work or not. Right? You know if the justice system will work or not. And it's so sad that people are losing hope on the justice system. So it's a good thing that this one is giving us a glimmer of hope. But again, we don't want to overrule the fact that maybe is as a result of the parties involved. Maybe. Allegedly. Let me borrow your word, because allegedly is your word. So let me borrow your word. Allegedly, maybe that's it. Or again,
it's not my word. Allegation is allegation. The only thing that when I was watching one of the videos of Shori, I was thinking that would form one of her. I would have loved to play that video today. And the man asked Shori, these allegations you're talking about, why is Shori said, when you are talking to Shori, please remove allegations. Anybody that says anything I'm saying is a lie should take me to court. He was making serious. I think I would like to play that video. I don't know. I'll play it. I'll try and see if I can play that video. Honestly, very, very strong allegations. Okay. Madam Mickey.
Yes.
Everybody's happy now.
Well,
the last time I visited the ADC campaign office, it was like a shadow of itself.
Yeah,
true.
Nobody was there, skepticism. So are we going to see full blast resumption of political activities?
Well, you see, our judiciary has to realize that they are the third arm of government. They should not see themselves as attaching themselves to the executive, the way they've been portrayed now in the public and the way they carry themselves. There's something very sacred. There's something very elevated about the judiciary, and yes, honorable about them. And the most important effect this is going to have, to my mind, is that they kind of erase that notion in the eyes of Nigerians that is Nigeria tipping towards a one-party state, one-party system. Is that what this is all about? Today, deregister NDC. Tomorrow, deregister 6. Tomorrow, deregister 27. How many will be left? And the ones you are leaving are parties that people only hear about maybe on the ballot paper on the day of election. Parties that don't seem to have, any weight. So now, if for nothing else, that judgment has gone a long way to debunk that notion that Nigeria is tipping dangerously in the path of having a one-party state or one-party system. And that is the crucial effect that such judgments should have, and judges need to take these into consideration when they're weighing in the balance some of the activities and actions and judgments they deliver.
So the idea of the one-party system is beginning to lose credibility because at some point there are those who were arguing that the country is diving towards towards the one-party system. Now, what do you think? What are we expecting to see after this court ruling? That's what I want to know. Are we going to see, issue-based campaign? Are we going to see? Because I saw a video I watched a video where somebody was saying that the incumbent president may not have the physical strength, health-wise, allegedly, to go for campaigns, and that is why it is looking as though he doesn't want any form of election. I think we'll get to see that statement when we proceed in the morning show. Now, there are those who say this whole battle will have unseen hands. Very just thing. Is it true we have unseen hands? Would they have somebody behind, fanning this whole problem? Because since 1999, 27 years down the line, I don't think we have seen any dramatic. Madam, you agree with me? This is the most dramatic political season ever.
True. So pre-election season has never been this hot.
This dramatic. Didn't Madam Mickey just mentioned that at some point people were worried if we're tilting toward a one-party system, and the parties that they were deregistering were the parties that were holding weights, the opposition directions. They're deregistering the parties that have strong oppositions. So doesn't it really mean that monkey handed the soup? It's just...
You are bringing back the monkey. I thought the monkey was because the first time we said that it was during the regime of late President Muhammadu Buhari that we saw monkeys and pythons swallowing money
up and down.
And then now you are bringing back the monkey.
This one there.
We don't have monkeys. What we have is fake agencies swallowing money.
Yes, so I feel allegedly that there might be some hands pressing buttons here and there, because it looks like it. If you're going to seeing it in a particular way, it looks like it. Okay, why are these parties? Why are they? We're talking about ADC, one of the strong. Apart from ADC, which other political party holds that is an opposition that holds this weight? Okay, we have PDP, and then apart from PDP, then it's PDP comes first, ADC. And with the way the thing is even going now, ADC is almost like holding more weight than PDP is holding, because it's as if they are the threat to the government in powers.
Okay.
So maybe the whole thing is giving them sleepless nights. So they're just trying to shake a little to.
And there are those also the NDC there.
Yeah, fortunately for NDC, they were able to overcome theirs. Now theirs was even in was this Kogi State, was where they own a group that does not even have local standards to even go to court to file such a case. They were admitted and they were called. INEC was commanded.
A non-official group.
Can you imagine? And was commanded to deregister them. They have overcome their own hurdles, so they are not included in this group that I mentioned. I think it's ADC, Accord Party, APM, and parties like there are about 6 of them. If I'm not mistaken. Luckily, NDC faced their own, but they were able to scale this. That's why NDC is not mentioned in this particular, and that's why the ADC camp is the one celebrating the most.
Celebrating the most. Okay. Let's get so what now that the ship seems to have settled. 2027 general elections, permutations, calculations. Is it that somebody is scared of anybody? Who is scared here? Why this? Who is scared? Some people are saying that the incumbent president is scared. Do you believe that? Of going for an election? Why should he be scared, if true?
Well, the most important thing that has happened now is the fact that people can now campaign. So everybody will be able to see who is scared of who, and who is campaigning and who is not campaigning, and what are you campaigning on. You understand? With these hurdles out of the way, nobody's ready to tear out money. Campaigns are really expensive. political campaigns are not moi moi, as we call it in Nigeria. So for you to to pull out that money in a cloud of uncertainties is kind of thing no politician would like to do. So with this in place now, real campaigning will be able to start from August. Don't forget, we're in the last few days of July. So which means in the next couple of days or weeks, campaigning can actually start. From there, we'll now be in a position to see who is scared, who is scared of who is campaigning, who is unable to campaign. What are you campaigning on? Are you campaigning on your record? Are you campaigning on issues? Are you campaigning on promises? Are you campaigning on guesswork? Or are you campaigning on the usual? Everything you want to do for Nigerians, share out rice.
You see, one other thing I would want to say is, I don't know what exactly they're scared of. If they're scared of those political parties, or they're scared about the fact that people are trooping behind those political parties because they see a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel in those political parties.
But we don't have lights in some place in Nigeria. So I don't know where you
cannot do that. Now the thing is, Nigerians, we have had it up to here. Yes, Hausa people, they have this saying, we into that is, if they've pushed you to a certain limit, you have to turn back because there's no space for you to go ahead. Now Nigerians, we've had it enough.
So we've reached a brick wall.
Do you understand? And if you're not going forward now, you must break the wall. And one of the ways we break the wall now is by making the right choice, taking the right decision. One of the decisions Nigerians are making right now is to vote in good and credible leaders, something that gives us a little hope, something that looks like hope from now.
Before we go on break, I will get to know, as long as we progress, if our elections are credible, going by the statement, we from an experienced politician, one who has gotten to the top 5 position in this country, talking about the former ex-GF, Babachir Lawal. I think that Nigerians will get to see and, of course, x-ray and analyze and examine the statement he made in that video. Thank you very much, Ferry Joseph. And, of course, Madam Mickey, thank you. We'll be going on a short break, and, of course, when we return, then we'll look at the second topic of the morning show. This is P&B Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this time out. The Free TV out there, and of course you can join us live on the morning show, channel 92 free to air TV. That is where you can get us live, and of course and follow us as we journey through our various situations bordering our country today. All right, this morning I still have with me Madam Mickey and Ferry Josephine in the studio.
Yeah.
Morning once again.
Okay. Yes. After all, it's the morning show.
Yes. So
the second topic that we would like to look at this morning is a very, very cheering one. Aliko Dangote, adjudged to be the richest Black African of what, about $36.5 billion. Of course, we know that we know the Dangote cement, and again the refineries. So many investments here and there, both home and abroad. Now he's been nursing the plan to donate 1/3 of his entire investment, $36.5 billion, to charity. And here we are hearing that the daughters or the heir apparent to the throne of the Dangote's dynasty, the daughters are saying, "Daddy, move on, we're right behind you." And this has generated so much concern. You can see them beautiful girls there, looking like the father. And they look like the father. Okay, he also has sons too. Wow. These ones will not suffer.
Oh no.
Are they sons?
In-laws.
Okay,
He has only
in-laws.
daughters, yes.
Wow. Well, who would not like to be in-law of this family? Well, the daughters are saying that daddy, they were backing you to ensure that you carry 1/3, and 1/3 of $36.5 billion will amount to about $11.212 billion approximately. Now, you both are women. And well, of course, we know women to be one of the species of human beings that are, prone to flamboyancy, insatiable wants, endless wants. Always want the jewelry, always want the cars, and endless. Just name it. I'm a father of 5 daughters, and I can imagine my daughters. Yesterday, I was going home, and just on the lighter note, I was going home, and I saw one of those guys selling clothes. And for the first time, the guy just displayed it in front of the estate, which is not allowed. And it behoves in my own capacity as the provost to stop and say, hey, move your things out of this place. But when I got there, I saw only 2 beautiful hoodie jackets, clean, black and red. And of course, that's one of the favorite color with the yellow design of my 2 daughters, the one of black and red. And this wanted me to drive the guy. I stood by him and I said, okay, I like this. How much? And we started pricing. And lo and behold, I was able to say, okay, can you follow me? I moved money and I sourced some money and I paid him. And I took it to them and I gave to them. And you can see the celebrations everywhere.
Yes.
And when I came to see this topic, I was like, wow, imagine my daughters coming to tell me, Daddy, you know what? All these things you bought for us, all these investments you have, whatever, can you just give it out? And 1/3 of it. What would I say as Nigerians and as daughters that both of you are? How would you describe the daughters of Aliko Dangote supporting their father's business, of course, supporting the initiative to give out 1/3, of his entire investment to charity, free of charges, what we call Sarah?
Well,
should I hear from Madam Mickey first?
Oh, okay, sure.
Madam
Why not? Why not?
Because Madam Mickey will not do that.
I will not do that.
Most allegedly.
I said allegedly is your word. Yes.
Well, if you out there, do not get carried away by his wrong talk. You can ask anybody in P&B TV. Anything that involves bring out.
I said allegedly.
You will always see Madam Mickey's.
I say allegedly.
One widow's mite will enter. So the allegation is so blown off. Anyway, it's just on a lighter note. Anyway,
all of those alleged controllings
that has been declared null and void.
Yes.
Simple. Anyway, on a lighter note there. Okay, well, his daughters, the 3 that we have seen who have been apportioned businesses, the 3 you saw in the photos. One is Halima. That's the one who even made the statement. Halima, she oversees Dubai and London of the family businesses. Wow, Dubai and London offices. We have Fatima. She is leading the commercial role in the group's energy business. Wow. And we have Maria, who leads the commercial strategy across food and cement business. Okay, so Aliko Dangote's children backed the plan to donate. Well, the first thing we're going to wonder is how come he had to go all the way to Bloomberg to grant that interview about planning to do the donation of things that were going on in Nigeria? You could have equally have told us here so that we will ask you 1 or 2 questions. But be that as it may, it's quite cheery news to hear, because at the time, there was a certain time that Bill Gates came into Nigeria courtesy of saying one of these billionaires, I think it was even Aliko Dangote, one of his daughter's weddings.
Yes,
and after that, you remember, after that, he was interviewed by the Nigerian press, and he said categorically that the wealthy people here in Nigeria are not doing enough for the poor here in Nigeria. From that, his statement, we started seeing an opening, a greater freeing of hand of these Araldite hand people. We started seeing higher amounts coming out from the Elumelu Foundation. We saw that this Aliko Dangote Foundation has been in existence since 1994. In 1995, did we hear anything along this line about, massive charity involvement? So it started expanding. It started getting wider, bigger. They've now gone into things like, I think, healthcare, school feeding, emergency rescue, and that kind of a thing is what they're highly involved in. Now, Dangote himself made a statement in that interview, which I found very funny. He said that he spends more on charity than he actually spends on his own self. Well, you know, or maybe he needs to call his auditor.
So
he has to call his auditor.
A history of giving out to charity.
Well, he has to call his auditor to do complete audits, because when you factor in the amount spent on the private jet, which must be packed, you are paying landing fee, you are putting, you know, factor everything, you might not really get that same. But so it was just saying to me, I found it a little bit ticklish. But for his children, like I said, they've all been given their roles, which for me is a new one in Nigeria. Other companies around the world, you see them lasting on and on and on to generation. But our own, once such and such person dies, Nico bread or something, you never hear of Nico again. Why is there no Nico bread? Oh, Nico died. That was the end. Yeah. So luckily, this one now has done not only a succession plan for his business, but also a succession plan for the philanthropic and charity organizations, which they all know they have to key into and also back. And our prayer now is that he gets wealthier so that the charity also gets wider, increases.
Probably you are looking forward to being part of the charity as well.
I'm looking forward to continuing donating to charity.
Okay, Ferry Johnson, what does it tell for the morals and for those who have children who will be looking at this saying, wow, the girl child initiative, the girl child support for charity? There are those who say, is it because they are girls? If they were guys, the guys probably wouldn't have agreed. The men will say, no, we are the men, we can take over. Much as I know, I've not seen that Dangote parading any of his sons. I don't know reason whether if he has anyone, but I think he should have. Maybe probably they are still young, because ever since I know, I'm always used to seeing these three girls. And everywhere I've got to know about Dangote and his, conglomerates and businesses, you always see these three beautiful girls. And this shows that these girls have really proven to the world they have what it takes to handle their father's business. Yes. Because at some point, there are those who argue, girls, young girls for that matter, how did they manage, to run the business of their father? Dangote's conglomerate is huge. It's too huge for young girls like this to handle. But look at them. They've done pretty well, managing different businesses out there. What does it tell for the girl child?
You see, you can never outrule the place of morality in this upbringing, yeah? Okay. We mentioned earlier when we were introducing the topic, how the fact that for him to get to this point, to tell them, I am giving out so amounts of my entire wealth to charity, he might have established them. He's a father. He loves his children. He wouldn't want to leave them in a state of being vulnerable. Do you understand? He will even become a laughingstock if he's giving out everything, right?
Yeah, but for the girl child specifically, because in this part of the world, the girl child has been grossly undermined when it comes to things like this. Now we are seeing girl child growing up, keeping it, bringing up to speed the business of their fathers. So much so that the business has grown to the capital base of about $36.5 billion. And now they are coming to say, okay, Daddy, we're also backing you up to give out 1/3. What does it tell for the guy? I have girls. I want to be encouraged. So what do you have to say?
It just tells about you instilling the right morals, the right mindset, the heart of humanity in the life, in your children's mind. The fact that you need to give, no matter how little. I tell you what, I really can relate to this because my father is doing the same thing. In fact, since from a little age, since we were young, my father had told us.
Did you support him?
Yes, till today. Even maybe we might have said yes then because we're children, we don't have understanding. My father is one that he keeps reminding you at every given opportunity he has. If my father said as down to as little as a pen, he didn't even say he's leaving something. This one said 1/3. My father said he's willing everything to charity. He said he's giving to widows, to orphans, to what have you. He put it in written. I tell you what, my father is a Christian. He said, anytime he dies, we shouldn't save his body. We should bury him anywhere he died. He should be buried there. He shouldn't be put in any mortuary, anything. He wrote that before I was born. I grew up. I see this thing is till today in his file. You understand? So he had already positioned our mind. And every day when I wake up and I'm tired and I tell myself I'm tired, sleep. I remember Daddy said he will not leave anything for you. It's already there. So if he become, no matter how wealthy he becomes,
and he didn't fight against that.
No. And I believe probably this man have somehow registered it in the mind of his children. You have to give to the society. You have to give back. And to an extent, it's reflecting in my own life. I see myself most times, I need to give this out. If I buy one new shirt for myself, I give out one new shirt.
Okay. Before you buy more shirts and give out, let me find out. And Madam Mickey, don't you think there are those who say probably he has too much? And he can afford to do that because the money is man-made. Everywhere I choke, like we say in our local body. Don't you think is that the rationale behind this whole initiative?
No, I'll totally disagree with them on that, because he maybe he's rated by Bloomberg. He's rated the richest Black African, but he's not the richest African. There are still others who are richer, and he's not the richest man in the world. Now, Elon Musk, who counts his own money in trillions, he's also a giver, but has he also made such a plan that he's going to give out 1/3? You know what I'm trying to say is giving is something in their hearts. Some people can have all the money in the world and they're like this, Aka Aradite. Nothing comes out. Another person could have $100. We see them on videos and everything. Oh, I don't have anything for food. But yeah, they've torn out $25 and given to the person. And unknown to them that person is even somebody who came to bless them with more. So it's all in the heart. Some people have so much, they're like this. Some people don't have even anything to compare. And it's also that argument does not even exist, that he has too much. That's why. How did he even come to have too much in the first place? It was even by giving over the time. And I think this will now come to about 12 point something billion. It's not going to even scratch them. Anybody who has, how much will be remaining now? Anybody who has that to play around in their whole lifetime, convert it to Naira. Even their children and grandchildren are already covered. So it's not as if it's going to, you're going to give out all that. What will be left for us? Yeah. It's nothing like that. They can still live lavishly onto the next forthcoming generation. So it has nothing to do with a thing like that. I would rather see it as having to do with his age, because he's 69 plus going on now. He's about to hit 70. Bible says 70. From then on, begin reckoning. So it's proper for him to now put things. It's a blessing. Yes, it's a blessing. So begin now to put things in place. Good enough. You've put your business plan in place. These are this girl will handle this one. So they're not even fighting. You already know your own. Yes. You know your then you now know this one. Always set this aside for a charity, so that one, at any point in time, you're also being a blessing to the society. All right. Because that society you live in, you must impact on.
Time is not our friend. It's not our side to actually look into this. I only guys add up by saying that I want to commend Aliko Dangote for harmonizing the children so much so we have not got. There are some families whereby by now we should be hearing of internal crisis as a result of huge investments here and there. But this is a family where we are getting to see that three sisters are coming together to drive the conglomerate of their father. Is it commendable? It is it is something that is copyable. And for me, I think for those of us who have daughters, I think this is one thing that I can say I will want to find myself doing in the future. Thank you very much, Ferry Josephine. And this is the much we can take the morning show. We'll be going right straight to the last segment of the morning show, which is more or less the social angle, what is trending. Unfortunately for us, the convener.
Fortunately.
Fortunately, yes. For us, the convener of that aspect or that segment of the social angle of the morning show is right seated here. We'll be going on a short break. When we come back, she will continue from where we stopped. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this time.
Tired of the snow? Tired of the bad TV signal?
Welcome back. So much talks going on backstage there. Of course, the morning show, and like I said before we went on break, it is the social aspect of the morning show, which is what is trending. And so sorry, I'm not the one that will take you through that journey. The person that will take you to that journey is already laughing. Ferry Josephine?
Hi.
So, nice to meet you.
Of course, we've been here. So yes, but then good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Mamiki.
Morning again.
Again.
Good morning.
Women.
Indeed, you are blessed.
Fair. Dark.
Some people are going to pay. They are going to pay license, or what do they call that thing? For for using phrases
Yes.
that I dish out. You're going to pay me royalty, good money,
You should.
good money.
You should. And I'm a witness.
She has seconded. Okay, thank you. We're putting it in writing.
You are collecting royalty. Dangote's daughter is giving out.
Well, we start somewhere. From here now, she'll give. Alright, good morning, viewers. This is what's trending, and thank you for staying with us through the program. And now we go straight into our first video for today, Barbecue. Now, you made mention something. You made reference to this video, the fact that the decision 2027 election have been made, and this is one of the allegations. This is in particular the allegation Barbecue Lawal is making in this video. He said, "People are just saying we're just worried. What is there? The decision of the election have been made." And you know, he's not the first person I heard this from. I don't know. There was someone again. I can't just remember the person that said, we're just beating ourselves over nothing. Nigeria, who will become the president, normally is decided 3 years before the year of the electioneering. But today we have Barbecue, who is an elder statesman, saying this. Let's have the video before we have our takes on it, please.
Is that Bola Tinubu, I doubt if he has the physical ability to go through a rigorous campaign, physically and other internal health issues. So I read it as if he's not ready for a contest, because that will make it help him avoid the physical campaign. So he will try other means. I know my man now. We used to be together. And surprisingly, I know quite a lot of the things they do to win election, you know. We used to operate together. My thinking now is this. The result for the 2023 election is already written. 2027 election is already written.
Wow.
All that is required is for the processes to exhaust themselves.
So it's a script being written towards
It's not, why are you talking of script? It's not a script. Script is still theoretical now. As it has been written.
Wow.
The script was written 3 years ago, so it is now, the result is there, or the methodology is there.
Wow.
And two things. Why do you think he purchased the opposition governors? Because first of all, that has denied the opposition access to funds. All the state governors are now with him. So no opposition has access to funds to compete against him. Number two, the governors, because of the support they have from him, has encouraged them to be very cavalier in the manner in which they are spending state resources.
They administer their states and all of that.
So now it's in their interest to make sure
yes, they deliver.
They deliver, and they not for themselves, because opposition will come and so they will work hard. They will do what they did in 2023, which your friend Nasser Rufai claimed they did for him. They will do the same thing. So now look at it. If my state, Adamawa State, if Adamu Fintiri is going to deliver Adamawa by hook or crook, more by crook, and Borno is going to deliver Borno to him by crook, and Yobe by crook, Gombe by crook, Taraba by crook, Kaduna, Kano, all those northwest states, the whole state, except Bauchi, you know, the 19 states, for Abuja is the 28th, you know, by crook, they'll all deliver. They'll write the results. They allow you to go to the polling unit and pretend, and the INEC will do some oju and announce the result that has already been handed over to them, I think, and that's the end. And now the problem would be the reaction of the people to that. And my own assessment is that every Nigerian will just remain in his house, in no one trouble.
The candidates will go to the courts.
The candidate will go to their courts, and SANS will collect billions of naira and impoverish them further and then that's the end. And the Nigerians will succumb to what we used to say in the military. With one bullet in a rifle, you can get 1,000 people to surrender, because nobody wants to take that one bullet. So every Nigerian will just go home and sleep. Some will not even come out that day. But after the election, a lot of people will do some gra to protest and collect money from people and try to protest. After some time, they fizzle out, and that's the end. We prepare for another 4 years. But they can deceive themselves and pretend they are campaigning. For every political party rigged the primaries now. Up to now, they just wrote names. Every SDP, NDP, all these people.
Wow, quite a revelation there. But for the fact, I took note of something in his statement. He used the word I think about 2 or 3 times I heard that word I think. Now, is it that you think is he not sure of what he's saying? For a man of his status to grant an interview like this, revealing heavy allegations like this, and still not using words I feel are not certain. I think that is with, I think Erufai, I think this, I think. What do you feel? What is your take on that?
Well, Babachir Lawal, the former Secretary General of the Federation, and by that is about one of the highest ranking officers of the Federal Republic. He was ousted out of office due to some funny allegations and circumstances surrounding his office.
Yeah.
Now, he's one man who has also been very vocal as long as political issues in Nigeria is concerned. Now, him coming out to speak volumes about the happenings in our polity tells a lot, because before now, prior to this time, there is these allegations going around that the results has been written and rigging. We do know that rigging is one biggest cancer that we have in our electionary system. We know that it is not far-fetched, cutting away of ballot box and the rest of it. But here it's becoming clearer for those of us who are doubting that, probably could it be possible that the result will be written or not. Of course, even though he uses the word I think, but you should look at the fact that he also missaid the word that Verify also claimed that he did that. So claim the word claim, and I think you should understand these are.
I just feel if you're making allegation of such magnitude, you should be sure. You should be certain.
Yeah, let me tell you the truth about it. He's sure of what he's saying. He might just want to be for the want of diplomacy.
Yes.
Try to diplomat. He's sure, but he's sure of what he's saying. And of course, I'm not INEC, but I'm sure the right authorities will look into this. This is an allegation from him. Our job as journalists is to analyze it, like you use the word I think. But I think, no matter how he tries to be as diplomatic, but you can see from his facial intelligence, even when he said we used to do things together, that the president is his friend.
Yes.
We know how to. You could see the facial expression when he said we know how to do what we do when it comes to election. Now, if you understand facial intelligence, you should know that this man he has also been part, allegedly, of the rot that we see in our election.
Do you think he's just okay? Let me refer that to Mickey. What do you feel? I find it kind of funny with the fact that he's using the word I think. I feel it's such a sensitive allegations that when you're saying, you should be certain of what you're saying. But do you feel he's just trying to be diplomatic in revealing the truth to Nigeria? Do you think he has a reservation, Mickey?
Well, having watched the video and listened to him, first of all, I found all his statements very indicting. Whether he said I think, whether he said I feel, he also made categorical and highly indicting statements.
Including facial expressions.
For him to have said that Tinubu has already written 2027 election results alone, it's just shocking the way the DSS, all of them go after people who, ordinary Nigerians who just say something like, there has been no water in my local government for a month. You imprison them, catch them, no bail for them, and all sorts of things. A statement like that, what does that have to say against the Nigerian president, against the Nigerian polity, against heating up the polity, name it. Something you would have gone after someone else who didn't have any government post. Now, I would have expected by now that President Tinubu himself or his special assistants, media, publicity, somebody would have come out to have said something against that statement. Their silence is also adding credence to it. Then he now said INEC had already written the results. For God's sake, INEC is the electoral umpire. If INEC up till now hasn't reacted to that, it also, gives a cause for my brain to wonder.
A cause to
Yes,
an eyebrow.
silence means consent. Ma, can we do this? You keep silent, it means we can do it. You will go ahead and do such a thing. Sir, this is the situation. You keep silent. That means you're giving me the nudge. For goodness sake.
The silence of
And
INEC
then
means something now.
the funniest part is that this Babachir Lawal exited from the office as the secretary to the government of the Federation. He was booted out for an ugly contract scandal. Should he be the one now that we're taking all this information from? But if he is, then should there not be some counter allegation, some counters to his allegation, or is he telling us the truth in a nutshell?
No, Madam Miki, you should understand something, that he also alleged that his was also part of the allegations he's talking about in time past. You could see from his special, you want to play that video again? You could see when he said, what was the thing? We'll do things together. We know how we do what we do when it comes to elections. So what does that tell you? If you are intelligent enough to understand facial intelligence.
So why do you think he's from this video, this thing? Why is he bringing it up now? Why is in this timing? Is the timing wrong?
No, it's
why
not.
is this very sensitive period? If he knows all this information, why did he say it before now? Why now?
Well, better late than never.
Maybe.
Yes.
Better say, because we haven't done the election yet.
We're going to see more revelations.
We haven't done the election yet, so maybe that's why.
Probably this is.
He said that the man is not strong enough to campaign. That
Probably
he's
that is why.
expecting him to campaign.
That is why he's allegedly avoiding.
Yes, on the eve of the campaign, that's why he's now bringing out this
Why
revelation.
did you see him saying these things before the 2023 elections?
Well, the 2020 elections, Tinubu was not the president.
But
He was
he was contesting.
Yes, so he was not the president.
And he did. But knowing. All right, let me.
He was not the president, so now he's the president. Now it's better now because he's now a sitting president. So before then, well, anything you say that could be also seen as one of those
Statements that has no weight.
But now,
But for now, these are weighty, heavy allegations. Channel to the President of the Federal Republic, channel to the electoral umpire INEC, channel to, so he's even indicted the civil society of the CSO.
I expect them to feast on this.
Right.
And I expect the opposition parties to also come out on this. I also expect INEC is here to come out to even,
that's what I'm saying.
At the video that we saw in Ekiti State, the same INEC is promising us free and fair election in Osun State. Please, I don't think, in fact, sometimes I don't feel like talking about, what's going on in our politics, but thank you very much, Josephine.
All right.
I think this is a nice place to drop it because if we want to talk about and analyze this video very well, you will see, for me, Babachir knows what he's saying. He knows what he's saying. He's been in the corridors of power. He called the president his friend, my man. He also made a comment alleging or showing that he also has been part of whatever processes that leads people to make people becoming elected.
Yes.
So you can see it from even his statements and of course facial expressions. Thank you very much. And I'm sure Nigerians will make out their judgment from this. My appeal to Nigerians is that do not relent, get your PVCs. Everything must be sorted out. Yeah. More revelations are coming out. If truly what this man is saying, Babachir is saying is true, well, I think I want to see, this is where I want to see the VDMs, the Showares, and every other CSOs and the opposition party coming out to feast on this one more. This is more dangerous than any other thing we have had since 2026, if I stand to be corrected. Thank you very much. And of course, thank you very much, Josephine.
Thank
and
you.
Of course, I can't thank the viewers more, and of course, our producer too. Tomorrow, Thursday, we'll be here back bright and early to give you another edition of the morning show. Before today, I want to say thank you. God bless you. Up next, of course, is sports. And this time around, we're going to have Aruko Tom that will be here live through Zoom, and of course, with an in-house analyst to do, sports today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this morning show. Bye for now.